Look how big his head is. Has he got a big head? What breed is Murphy?
He's an English Mastiff.
English Mastiff?
Massive, that's right, yeah. Massive Mastiff.
Unbelievable. How much does he eat? Because he looks big.
He eats quite a lot. This is what he'd have in a typical day. I mean, it doesn't look a great deal, but if he was eating a tin food, it'd be eating the equivalent of 63 cans a week. So it's quite a lot he needs.
He must eat scraps. Do you throw him some scraps off the table?
He sort of has the odd thing. But we do sort of try and keep his weight down a bit.
Come here.
Oh, there.
How big would he get if he was, like, eating normal food? Would he be like a massive horse?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be really big. He used to weigh just under 21 stone. But he's down to about 17.5 now. So
you're happy with that weight, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Is that his fighting weight, yeah?
That's his fighting weight, yeah. So, not that he does much of that.
So he's a record breaker for what he eats and that. What about what comes out the other end of him? Is he a record?
I would imagine so, yeah. Probably with the biggest dog, you get the biggest everything with him. So
well, you get your pooper scooper must be a mini or something. So you know they say dogs look like their owners, yeah? How comes you're not about 50 stone or something?
Well, I'm working on it, you know.
Yeah? What about when you take it for a walk? You've got a saddle and that, just in case you get tired. Yeah. Does he pull you along?
Well, we don't go for a walk, we go for a drag.
Children, is he good with children?
Yeah, I mean, he loves them. And
how many does he eat then?
Just 2 a day he's down to.
No, seriously, I'm not out to.
Yeah. I mean, he's real soft, and I mean, children. Some you tend to find are sort of a little bit intimidated by him to start off with. They can't sort of believe that you can get what appears to them as sort of big puppy, so big. But once they get used to him, they sort of love him.
Murphy might be the biggest dog in the world, but to give you some idea of the scale, we've got Emma. She's a Yorkshire Terrier, which is the world's smallest breed. With her is Dr. Jeff Sampson from the Kennel Club, an authority on dogs the world over. Please welcome Dr. Jeff Sampson and Emma. Let me hold Emma. Let me hold Emma. Come, Emma. How comes one species can vary so much? Look at the size of them.
Well, believe it or not, those guys, many, many years ago, thousands of years ago, were both wolves.
You're joking.
No.
Well, Emma?
Emma was a wolf.
Emma was a wolf?
Hundreds of thousands of years ago, Emma was a wolf. And what's happened over the centuries is that dog breeders have been very clever at selecting for various characteristics. And they've managed to breed a wolf down to Emma's size over the years. Go on.
Murphy, don't bite her. See, you're drowning her with your slobber. Come, Emma. Sorry. So why don't humans vary like that? Because no one's breeding us like that.
That's right. You don't tend to decide who mates with whom, do you? It's sort of a bit more spontaneous than that.
So, what are you trying to tell me? That if these two were spontaneous somewhere, that they would mate then?
Given help, perhaps.
Do you think they could, in theory, because they're the same species, they could mate?
Oh, definitely in theory, yes. If Murphy was the female of the species, then you could probably use artificial insemination and get some offspring.
No, it's not the same fun for them, though, is it?
Well, perhaps a ladder, then.
OK, in order to confirm Murphy's weight is a world record, we need to weigh him. So yesterday, the Guinness team went out to the only place we could find that could deal with the world's heaviest dog. Here he is at the local weighbridge. He weighed in at an incredible 110 kilos. That's over 17 stone, ladies and gentlemen. Murphy, the world's heaviest dog. Murphy's not the only massive thing on this show, because we're off to America for the Battle of the Bulge, the eye bulge.
I'm here with Kim Goodman. Kim, welcome back to our Guinness studio.
Thank you.
Remind everybody how you got in the Guinness book the first time. I love that. Now, your life has changed since you did that the first time.
Yeah.
On our stage, in any case. What's happened to you?
Well, I quit my job and now I'm doing this all around the country.
This is paying the bills? Too. And in other countries too? People are paying to see this?
Yeah.
Wow. Guinness, again, changing lives, ladies and gentlemen. Fame could be fleeting for you, young lady, because tonight there are 2 people who are going to be here to challenge your record. From Columbus, Ohio, Keith Smith, and from Laurel, Mississippi, Jamie Johnson. Gentlemen, good to see you. Both these guys contacted us after they watched our show. Both said that they could out-pop Kim. And tonight, you're going to get your chance. The first ever nationally televised pop-off. Keith, how did you first discover that you could pop your eyes out like this?
Well, I was stationed in Germany, and one morning I went in the restroom and, you know, just yawned, and my left eye came out. And, you know, it's kind of freaky.
And then you figured...
I'd start practicing with it, so I got it right.
Yeah. And then you obviously got the right one to go out also, and so now you have them working together.
Yes.
All right, Keith, you're going to go first. Eyeball to eyeball against the champ. Only one's going to come out on top. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's mano a mano, one-on-one. Here we go. Face off. The champ, Kim Goodman. The challenger, Keith Smith. You'll go on my count. Are you both ready?
I'm ready.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, go. We are getting serious pop here tonight. This is remarkable. Now, Jamie, how did you discover that you had this ability?
Well, I was about 13 years old. Me and my father was sitting up watching cartoons one Saturday morning, and I got to laughing really hard, and my right eye popped out. Ever since then, I've just been popping them out.
And you've been honing the skill since you were 13 years old?
I was 13.
All right. Jamie, you're up. Take the position opposite Kim. And this will decide it. This is Jamie Johnson against the reigning champ, Kim Goodman from Chicago, Illinois. Only one will come out in the Guinness Book, and will go on my count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Guys. Well, as always, with us tonight, our resident eyeball expert, Dr. Martin Greenspoon. Good to see you, Doctor. Prior to the show, both of our challengers were examined by Dr. Greenspoon, and he measured Keith and Jamie's protrusions. None of you know the results of those measurements, I might add. Dr. Greenspoon, remind everyone how you measure the protrusion.
We use an instrument here called an exophthalmometer, which we shorten to exometer, and we take and place it on the head like this. We have here a prism which enables us to see from the front what's happening on the side. The prism has a millimeter rule. We zero it out. They take and protrude their eyes. We can measure the exact amount of protrusion, and that tells us who's the record holder.
Now, Dr. Greenspoon, in your opinion, what is happening here with these people that allows them to do this?
It could be genetic disposition, that they have loose muscles and a loose optic nerve. We've explored the possibility of thyroid disease, Graves' disease, but two of the gentlemen have no history of that. So really, in the end, we just don't know.
It makes the mystery all the more intriguing. There, you know, we can talk about the theories and all the rest, but only one will emerge in the Guinness Book tonight. So it's time to get our official measurements, and come on over here alongside our defending champ and the challengers. Dr. Greenspoon, how did Jamie do?
Well, Jamie was able to protrude his eyes out 6 millimeters.
And there is a shot of Jamie. And how did Keith do?
And Keith was able to protrude his eyes out 9 millimeters.
So another 30% on top of that. And finally, how did our champ Kim do?
Well, she did it the same 11 millimeters that she did last time.
Which means she is still our winner. Unbelievable. Congratulations, still the champ. Gentlemen, nice job.
Well, the eyes definitely have it. Stay with her.